This is an amendment to the Chapter 2 of the Code of Ordinances. This is just housekeeping to bring this section of the code up to date and improve the flow of the agenda by adding towards the end of the agenda public comments on general matters and making sure that the public has the opportunity to address council at the initial of the agenda and on the matters that are before council in any particular meeting. So this is just a housekeeping matter, just to bring this section up to date.
Questions? Mr. Agnew?
Madam Mayor, Ms. Administrator, Section 219, disruptive conduct. I think we witnessed earlier today during public comments someone willfully ignoring being notified that her time had run out. Moving forward, what will happen when someone willfully ignores the time limits and what we're getting ready to pass here today? Is it do we cut the mic? Do we ask a police officer to intervene? I think it's important to know that that we can't just say things. This is how we're going to conduct business. I think we need to look at what happens if someone does not conduct themselves in the proper manner as being outlined here.
My advice would be, first, I believe the attorney as the parliamentarian could signal that the time is up. And also, Madam Mayor, as the presiding officer of the meeting, at the beginning, she can inform the public that they have up to 5 minutes to make those comments. And my suggestion also would be for us to purchase a big clock or an iPad and have it in front of the person who is talking and resetting the timer every 5 minutes. So that person will visually know how much time they have left for the public comments.
Excellent.
I think the visual cue is very important. When you know you get down to your 30 seconds left, so people can wrap things up. I think it's fair.
Absolutely.
Without it, it's tough.
Mr. Hobson?
His question was, what would you do? What kind of fine, or what would you do to handle the situation if it don't happen? That's what he asked.
Yes, because we willfully witnessed a public speaker ignore you 4 times. Pure lack of respect, and I commend you for conducting yourself in the way that's expected of an elected official. So, repeating what I think it needs to go on record. What's going to happen when you have somebody that willfully?
Elise, are you still there?
Madam Mayor?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
If you
ma'am.
will look at your packet at page 139, the red line version in your packet, you will see that change. What the proposed ordinance says is it gives you discretion as a presiding officer. It says mayor may, and then it adds language that I think goes to Mr. Agnews' point.
May order the person removed from the meeting.
You know, let me see this. You know, when I'm in Columbia, and the course we take in Columbia, they speak about this, and they say this gonna happen, but ain't nothing you could do. That's why I don't understand that. They say ain't nothing you could do. You could ask people to quit talking, you hope they get in order, by law, ain't nothing we can do. We can't go find them, or not. All you gotta do is call Columbia and find out. I mean, because I learned that my first year when I went to Columbia.
Mr. Clement?
Because this come up in the intersection.
I'm sure.
I think a pretty straightforward solution is that if an individual ignores the requirement, that they would be disallowed at the next meeting. Or if they do it 2 times, they're prevented for 12 months from addressing the council. Simply. I mean, that to me would be a reasonable level of enforcement for us to take. I don't know how Elise feels about that, but to me it would make sense.
If somebody disorder, getting out of hand, then that's why we got police in there. Then you could probably handle it like that. But the law say ain't nothing we could do.
We can have a
Because they come
by law
up,
enforcement.
this was one of the main causes they had. Because they said, yeah, I'm serious. This was the main cause. They said they had a guy come in the meeting more than one time doing the same thing after time and time again, disorder and everything, but nothing you could do but try to get off. And that's it. It get to a point that one time you read about this Mr. meeting because we can't have the meeting because they won't let you have the meeting. Ain't nothing you can do by the law. So you could go ahead and pass this and come with all kind of law. But soon as we do something wrong, we're gonna be sued. All you gotta do is call Columbia and find out. That's it.
Mr. Agnew?
Jim covered it. I
Okay.
think, you know, a
Okay.
repeat violator, maybe we discuss at some point of, maybe they have to sit out a meeting or two, but we can discuss it. Let's move forward.
Thank you. Mr. Joseph?
Thank you. Madam Mayor, I'm not saying I disagree with anything that's been said, but I think we're going a little far here. We're talking about somebody that went 15 seconds over. I understand that they willfully ignored it, and that was wrong. That doesn't happen very often. Most of the time, people stop talking. It's very rare that that type of situation happens. So I think we might be going a little far. If we're talking about abusive behavior, if we're talking about someone threatening us, if we're talking about someone disrupting the meeting, that's a different story. But, you know, going a little long on comments is not something we deal with on a normal basis, is not something I think people do most of the time belligerently. So let's not go too far with this. That's my only comment.
Let's call for the vote. Those in favor of the motion, raise your right hand. Opposed? Mr. Milton opposed. 5-1.